So before alive, I was a yelly mom. Parenting is just so much harder than I ever expected it to be. You know,
I'm
obviously
sure all moms will agree with you. I
it's
would.
hard. It's so hard. It's just really, you don't know until you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and each child is unique, and your partner plays a part, and there's just so many different pieces. One thing that comes to my mind, that moment where Elliot had the honeydew in the bowl and his brothers accidentally like kicked it out and it was all over the floor.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I was trying to stay calm with Elliot, and then I got kind of frustrated. And so then I went in to see the other boys to find out, what their side of the story was. And I immediately began to yell at them because I had seen it on the floor and they were still wrestling, and I just like snapped. And so it's like those kinds of things. Like I've read things and I've tried things and I've done some work to be a better mom, and I think it has, you know, helped. Um, but there's still work to be done. You still have to, you can't just be like, okay, I'm good now. You got to keep up the work, which can be really hard. But sometimes having these lovely little things like the Alive was so helpful because it wasn't super overwhelming. It wasn't, you know, a slew of brand new information. It might be for someone, but even if it is for someone, I felt like it was still very digestible and helpful. Going through the Alive program, I have definitely noticed that I am pausing more before going into an interaction with the kids for whatever it might be. And I know that I'm getting ramped up, or I know that they're ramped up, or,
Yeah.
just those tiny, tiny tweaks. And it's helpful. I remember there was another moment in these last few weeks where my son and I were having an issue, and I was getting out of the van and I had to go around it to get in to like help him get out. And I stopped, and I didn't have much time because I knew he was, going to be raging, right? So it was like, okay. What I did was I just made sure that I was doing that humming noise on the way back out. And I did that a couple times, and that sent like a deeper message to my body. Like, it's okay. All right, we're not in danger, it's okay. In that moment, it gave me just enough extra that I was able to like have that pause last a little longer.
Mm.
And I was able to go into the angry van a little more calmly and stay calmer longer,
Yeah. Yeah.
which can be so helpful. Just those little extra moments can make such a big difference.
Yeah. If you were to just zoom out for a second, how would you describe the mom you're becoming now, Lisa? Like, what would your past self say if she saw you today?
I think she would be proud of me. Um, I know I've definitely gotten better at understanding that their brains are still under construction, and that I'm better about not taking things as personally. Like I can step outside of it and I can see that I'm here to guide them and teach them and shape them and mold them, but not control them. And it's funny because I didn't ever think in my mind that, like, at least not consciously, that was my job, was to control them.
Right.
But I think it's so easy to sort of confuse that with teaching them. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh,
you're
Totally.
just like, okay, well, I told you to do this, so this is what you need to do. And I don't, why are you arguing with me? And of course, I'm sure some of that goes back into the way that I was raised. But, so I never like was like, this child is mine to control consciously. But at the same time, I think that it's, well, if I'm not doing that, then how am I teaching that? Like, so
Yes.
it's kind of a like boundary crossing, bleeding lines, right? That's kind of how I can see that and describe that. And so I've gotten better at being a lot more aware about my role
Mm.
with them, and that the relationship with them is so important, and which like I always knew, but you just see it differently. Um and so I think I do have a better relationship with my children now than I did before, which yay. Yes, please. And you know, it's my anger is not really serving them, and it's not serving me. So for me to be able to calm that down, be less reactive, and you know, that's so huge. It's been really huge. Like just to have a better relationship with my kids, connect on a better level, and not freak out all the time. It's nice. And I think they like it too. I feel hopeful because I see the progress that I've made. This whole thing has been really great in that sense. Like I can keep doing the work that I need to be doing, but I'm not under pressure. Thank you, Jahanvi.
Yourself. I mean, you are the one doing this work, and it's not easy. It's not easy, as you and I both know. And yet you're doing it for yourself, for your kiddos. And yeah,
Well, you made it very possible, so I appreciate that about you
thank you.
hugely. Thank you.
Now that you walked through this journey, what do you feel awakening in you that you want to keep exploring, whether it's deeper calm, more boundaries, more trust, more pauses?
Always more positive. Um, Deeper calm.
Mm.
Um, I've always been a calm person, so we can keep going with that because I need more of that back. Um, Deeper calm, more trust, and deeper relationships, because that has been so cool to connect with my kids, such a more relaxed way. And like probably any person, I hope that when I'm older, that I'll still have a relationship with them. But if I don't start that now, it's going to be a lot harder to make happen when they're older.